With 6 weeks left in 2016, Columbia County passes the number of homicides in the past 3 years. Combine what we know about the latest death.
And as smoke from the wildfires fill the air, what impacts will it have on high school's athletes on game night?
And as more and more people move to Columbia County, the line for food stamps increases as well. You're watching Fox 54 News Now. Good morning, I'm Jake Rakosi. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, and I'm Destiny Chance. Of course, we were talking about biscuits and weather and everything else. Jay, I heard you wanted a Chick-fil-A biscuit after this.
Well, that would be great, but we're going to have to eat it after our severe thunderstorm warning actually expires around 10 a.m. for this morning. So we have the possibility of seeing some strong thunderstorms. We'll pinpoint that. Our current condition right now is about 45 degrees, so as you head out for your morning commute, grab that coat. Complete forecast coming up in a moment. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Jay. We
Thanks, Jay. Well, quick police work landed the man accused of this morning's homicide at Springwood Nursery in jail. Christopher Lamar Rump is being charged with several crimes, including murder.
The victim, Jerry Witten, was found with 2 gunshot wounds outside Springwood Nursery on Cox Road. It's the 8th homicide this year. Last year, there were just 2. Alyssa Holmes breaks down the numbers. The suspect is being held in Richmond County. Investigators are not saying what might have led up to Witten's death.
Well, 3 people are behind bars in connection with last spring's murder of Marcus Scott on Old Meduffie Road in Augusta. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office first arrested 28-year-old Shakara Hardin on October 7th. They later arrested 20-year-old Levante Bonner and 21-year-old Texie Henry of Waynesboro. Back in May, deputies were investigating an accident when they found Marcus Scott shot dead in the driver's seat. The suspects are being charged with murder, attempted armed robbery, and possession of which they had during the crime.
And Destiny, we're going to break in real quick. We're just learning this news. The much anticipated Lights of the South opens in Columbia County this Friday. The light show is under new management after the previous owner was arrested. New ownership has had a quick turnaround to get the show ready for this season. Owners say they have been working around the clock to get everything ready. A big thing is parking here. We all know how bad it was the previous years. They say they are working with the Columbia County Sheriff's Office to make sure it all goes smoothly.
Well, Jake, you know I'm kind of new to the area. We actually had something in Columbia where I'm coming from called Vista Lights, where it's kind of a holiday-themed light show. Is that kind of what
This is
is gonna
exactly what it's like. You get your hot chocolate, you go for a little hayride through all the lights. It's definitely something you have to check out.
Sounds like we'll be going tonight, right?
Definitely.
Okay, well, switching gears here, a McDuffie County man has been charged in connection with an accident that happened back in May. 28-year-old Benjamin Farr is facing charges of vehicular homicide, DUI, and failure to yield. Investigators say Farr didn't stop at the sign at the intersection of Wire Road and Warrington Highway, but Farr hit a tractor trailer and a 19-year-old passenger was killed. The driver of the tractor trailer was not charged with the accident.
And we know how bad this smoke has been. We've been talking about it all week. How was your ride this morning? Did you see anything bad? Has it been getting a little better?
Well, you know we get here really dark and early in the morning, so we can't see anyway, but cut on those low beams like Jay was telling us to do. The visibility is low like he was telling us also, and it was a little bit bad. But you know what? We're indoors now, but we actually have a warning for you guys. This is according to the Columbia County Emergency Management Agency. They're actually warning everyone to pay attention to the lingering smoke that we've been seeing in our area for a few days. What about you?
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad. Tomorrow's Friday, so hopefully it'll be some good news. It's Friday, bring us some good karma heading into the weekend. Large wildfires to the north are creating smoky conditions in the CSRA. Since there's an air quality alert, emergency management workers are warning anyone with respiratory health issues should take extra precaution.
Well, according to officials from the Department of Health, these conditions may stick around for the next few days.
And since this smoke has been happening, NASA says southeast wildfires can be seen from space. One of the agency's satellites captured this image. Take a look at that, of several wildfires in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. One fire in North Carolina has burned over 4,600 acres, while the Rough Ridge fire in Georgia has burned close to 24,000 acres. And this is also affecting our high school football teams. You know, they have their big playoff games this Friday, second round. It's a big deal. So high school football teams have been monitoring the wildfire haze ahead of their big games.
Absolutely. Well, most teams are practicing as normal, but making sure athletes aren't outside when the sun goes down. Fox's 54's Kelsey Walker joins us live from Thompson Brickyard. Kelsey, seems like they've been able to manage pretty well.
There's speculation that South Carolina's governor could be the newest addition of President-elect Donald Trump's transition team. According to Lieutenant Governor Henry McMaster, he's been told that Governor Nikki Haley is being considered for Secretary of State. McMaster also says he's been asked by the Trump team if he's being interested in Attorney General. Before today's developments, Haley spoke Tuesday about the president-elect and what this means for Republican governors.
Well, this just new into our newsroom. A family in Aiken is breathing a sigh of relief this morning as they found their 3-year-old this morning.
That's great news. The 3-year-old went missing today outside of his family home on Bent Arrow Road in Aiken County. Over 50 people arrived to search for the missing toddler. Crews from SLED as well as a helicopter and search dog team were called. The boys of the grandfather says he's been grateful for the quick responses.
Absolutely, and of course, although we're letting you know this on air, we actually have some people working in our web department to post this story so y'all can share it, to let them know that that person and that 3-year-old has been found.
And we have to say thank you to our viewers too for sharing this story and letting people know that he's been missing. You know, it's a big help to law enforcement when people share these kind of stories.
Absolutely, and that's what we're here to do, is to help people.
That was the end of the.
I'm so sorry.
You did. I know this is confusing.
Dylan Roof, here we go.
Okay.
Well, switching gears here, a judge has ruled that Dylan Roof's competency hearing will be conducted behind closed doors. He made this decision to protect Roof's right to a fair trial, and the hearing will be on Monday. Prosecutors and media outlets that want to keep the hearing open can argue against the order on Thursday. If Roof is found competent to stand trial, jury selection will begin on November 28th.
And Destiny, we both know it's hard to make ends meet when living just below the poverty line.
Yes, you know, first job out of school, we're kind of at that line, starting our first jobs out of school, right?
Definitely, we've all been there. And it's even harder to make ends meet when shopping for healthy foods. We'll have a special report later in the program. But first, one man tries to rob a restaurant without wearing any clothes.
You guys gotta see this.
That story ahead when Fox 54 News Now continues.